mystery. I sit here in the dark Dante's Inferno to the left, and a poetry book open to Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven to my right. As I stare into the dark, I realize that we all have our ravens whispering the sweet word of nevermore into our ears. I feel the word tear at my heart and my mind, thinking about a time when life meant something. Time. What is time? I think of Einstein's theory of relativity. It's saying that time is only as relevant to where you stand, that is, only to guide us by relative means of galactic positioning. I now look at the book to my left, thinking that eternity is only but a relevancy to your distance of light. If hell is darkness, then the further from the light you are, the older you get. Whereas, the older you get, the wiser you become. So, if to be wise is to be a state of mental hell, then would my mind be my own purgatory? I now look to my right. I faintly see the word nevermore written on the page. I continue reading, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming. And the lamplight o'er him, streaming, throws a shadow to the floor. And my soul, from out that shadow that lies, floating on the floor, shall be lifted, nevermore. If we all have our own ravens, whispering the sweet yet destructive word in our ear, who's to say that we're not all as Poe? Who's to say that we're not as the raven? With our eyes to have all of the seeming of a demon. A demon. I look back to my left, and I ponder Dante's Inferno. What if we are all our own demons? Who's to say that we're not our own demons? But what is a demon? Is it a constant reminder of the pain, sorrow, and suffering of our past? Or is it the compilation of everything we truly are and everything we truly fear, embodied in one embodiment? There's that word again. Past. A time that has only shown itself to us, only to come again as a new face. Time. If time and our history are the same, then time is a never-ending thing. If history always repeats itself, then our past, time is only but the future that is a new yet old friend, filled with bittersweet joys and sorrows. With time comes age. With age comes wisdom. We make our own purgatory that we will forever suffer in. If hell is what we've come from, it is what we return to. Hell. The eternal darkness. Darkness. The absence of light. Light. Stars. Stars are formed from the ashes of dying stars. But in order for a star to die, then it must live. Before it lives, it must be surrounded by the presence of a nebula, which is the ashes of another star that has died thousands of years before. In order for that star to be born, the nebula must compress together. But if it compresses together, then there will be darkness. But from that darkness, the star is born. A bright, warm star. It gives off light and warmth until it too dies. Through age and time, it fades and corrupts itself by forming iron in its core, which is a poison to stars. Once a single molecule of iron is formed, within seconds, it fades. It absolutely fades. The star goes into a supernova, which leads to the death of the star, and darkness comes in once again. Even though it burned bright and hot for all millions, hell, even billions of years. But there's that one more word. That one damn word. Time. It seems as though we must all end in our own demise. I looked back to my right, and I flipped to a random page in my book. I turned to a poem I knew well, Alone, by Edgar Allan Poe. But what grabs my eye the most are lines 10 through 13. Of a most stormy life was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which blinds me still. Why does this stand out to me the most? My life, it has been long and dark. My past, damn, there's that word again. Past, history, time, purgatory. I then look to my left again and see Dante's Inferno. Is this what I am? A mystery? Only to be destined to the very hell of which I was born? But if wisdom comes with age, and age with time, then wouldn't all mysteries be solved in time? Or is the mystery finally solved when you figure out the pattern? Have I solved the mystery? Or have I only begun to scratch the surface? There is so much time, yet there is so little. How can something that governs us, me, so strongly, only be such a small factor of relevancy? How can something so wise as wisdom itself only lead back to our own personal hell? There is darkness within everyone, and there is light. Some age quickly as they come into complete wisdom, only to be granted eternal purgatory, known as fictional reality, in their own minds. I've seen the pattern, and I know what lies behind and ahead. Does that make me a master of time? Did I unlock one of man's greatest mysteries? From every depth of good and ill, the mystery which blinds me still. Is this the mystery? Is the realization that our own pasts are just glimpses of what lies in the future? If this is the mystery, why have I solved it while still being so young? Age is only a factor that is dependent on time. If time isn't constant, then is our age only perceived by the wisdom we unlock? And if time is the beginning and the end, have I reached my end? Or, because I solved the mystery, making me a master of time, does that mean I decide my own end? The mystery is life. To solve it is to understand life, and to understand what lies ahead through what has passed. I understand life, and now I'm ready. I'm ready to fight the future head on. If purgatory is what awaits me, and we are all our own demons, then that's what makes it that is what makes it paradise. But only time will tell. Again.